Hello everyone. I welcome you all in Learning from Home Geography classes. We are continuing from class 9th, chapter 1 India's size and location. Before moving to our today's topic, let's recall what we have discussed in the previous classes. We have learned about India's location. Let's again have a look on it. So we have discussed about India's longitude 68 degree 7 minutes and 97 degree 25 minute east, and about latitudes 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north because it is situated in the northern hemisphere. We also discussed about the Tropic of Cancer divides India in almost two parts, and the standard meridian which divide east and west part, and it has decided the standard time of our country. We also discuss about the size of India. The area is 3.42 million kilometers square, and it is the seventh largest country in the world. We also discuss about the land boundaries and the coastline of India. So, in which continent is India located? In Asia. Which oceans name after India? Indian Ocean. Do you know about India and its relation between other countries through geographical point of view? Today, we will learn about India and the world. First, we learn about the importance of its location in the world. It has central location between East and West Asia. How? Let's have a look. So, if we can see that India is situated in the south part of Asia. So, Asia is here and the south part of Asia is India, and it divides east part and the west part. So it is the central location of India in Asia, and it is the second point we are discussing here is the southward extension of Asia continent. India is the southward extension. It is situated in the south side of Asia continent. And Indian Ocean, where is Indian Ocean is located? Here, and its roots Indian Ocean is here, and its roots connect the countries, the Indian country to the Europe and the countries of Asia like East Asia. So it connects, the Indian Ocean routes connects the countries of Europe in west and countries of East in Asia. So it is clear to us. Do you know why this ocean name after India and its significance? Let us know now. Indian Ocean is situated near India. Deccan Peninsula protrudes into the Indian Ocean. So what does that means? Deccan Peninsula is a triangular. It is a piece of land almost surrounded by water. It is situated here. It is a triangular. It is triangular. So it is situated here. And Deccan Peninsula covers the whole of the South India from Gujarat, Maharashtra, and from Gujarat, Goa, Karnataka, Maharashtra, and to the east coastal Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, Odisha, and also covers the central part of the south. So Deccan Peninsula protrudes means extended into the Indian Ocean and has a close contact with West Asia. It has the roots, and it has the close contacts to the West Asia, to Africa, and to Europe. And the next point we are discussing here is it has the long coastline on the Indian Ocean and eminent position in the Indian Ocean. It has the long coastline. India has the long coastline from southeast to southwest. So no other country has a long coastline on the Indian Ocean as India has. And indeed, it is India's eminent position in the Indian Ocean. So that is why it is justifies the naming of ocean after India's name. So it is clear now for all of us. Now let's move to the other significance of Indian Ocean and India's location through geographical areas. Opening of a Suez Canal in 1869, India distance from Europe has been reduced by 7,000 kilometers. So what is Suez and what is canal here? Suez is a place in Egypt, and a canal means an artificial waterway. So the Suez Canal here is a man-made waterway connecting the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean via Red Sea. So this Suez Canal has connect the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean via Red Sea, and the canal separates the bulk of Egypt from the Sinai Peninsula, and its direct route, like if you are seeing here, before the opening of Suez Canal, if one needs to go to Europe, it has the long route from this side, and after opening it reduces the 7,000 kilometers, and it has the direct route for shipping between Europe and Asia. So that is why the importance of India's location in East Asia and West Asia is important. Land routes are much older than maritime contacts, and the various passes across the mountain in the north have provided passages to the ancient traveler. What does it mean? The various passes across the mountains, like before in the ancient times, they don't have sea routes. When they don't find out the sea routes, they have only, if they want to go from one country to another, they have to go through the land route. So in the north part of India, we have the mountains. So in between the mountains, it has a passage, like you have seen in this picture. In the mountains we have the routes, the land and the passage. From that passage, the ancient travelers travels, and when they travel, what did they exchange? They not only exchange the trades, they exchange the ideas, the culture, and so many other things in the ancient time. So So the idea of the Upanishads, Ramayana, and the stories of Panchatantra, Indian numerals and decimal system, Indian spices and muslin. Muslin here means the fabric. It also reaches the so many parts of the world. The spices and muslin were the other things were taken from India to different countries. Influence of Greek sculpture and architectural styles of dome and minarets from West Asia can be seen in different parts of the country. So, India's relation with Asia and with other countries are very strong because of its geographic location. So, today we have understand India's relationship with the other countries through its location, and we also discuss about the Indian Ocean and its significance of its name, and also learn about the Suez Canal and learn about the exchange of ideas and commodities since ancient times. If you have this is the end of the today's topic, and if you have found any queries regarding this topic, you can comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching Learning from Home.